The following manga pages are owned by Akira Toriyama, Toyotaro, Shueisha, Viz Media, Jump Comics. The little bit of footage I'm using in this video, being the Boo and Beerus fight, is owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, Toonami, and of course, Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release. Well, that wish was unexpected. Manga chapter 50 dropped yesterday. I'm recording this on the day it dropped, but there was a problem with time, so it won't be out on the 19th. And this chapter is actually pretty good. It's not great, but I encourage you to read it. But a quick note before we actually get started with the summary of the chapter. I may be going on a hiatus starting around next week to late August, but I'm going to try and cover it up with videos. So we pick up just after the last chapter left off. But we're not on New Namek this time. This time we're at the Galactic Prison, where two members of the Galactic Patrol are looking at Maro's little hole he made after he escaped from the prison. And the one that's actually looking at the damage is like, the Galactic King wants this repaired quickly? That's a tall order, as the page slowly pans over to show you exactly how big the hole Maro left was, which I will show up on screen. We then go inside the Galactic Prison, see those criminals that Miras busted a few chapters ago. They're being locked up, and they have a little dialogue. The guard, how many times do we have to lock you three in here? Can't you learn your lesson for one? Life of crime is the only kind for us. We then briefly cut to the space around New Namek. We see a giant beam of light, which is around that general area, and it's slowly heading towards the Galactic Prison, until it hits the prison right in a direct hit. This beam cuts off all the power in the prison, causing the inmates to begin to run out. You know, escaping and stuff. But as mass escape is occurring, we zoom in on one inmate in particular, who's going to be our main inmate, and he proclaims, "You really pulled it off, Lord Moro," which confirmed the fact that this was Moro's doing somehow. How'd he do this? Well, more on that later. Our main group of prisoners assemble at the front of the prison, and you may recognize them. We have one that looks like Botamo, but a panda, one that looks like Magetta, but skinnier, and one that looks like Hit, but spikier. There's also one that kind of looks like a guy from Sandland, the other manga that Akira Toriyama made. That could be a reference, or it could just be a design that Toyotaro came up with. Our main prisoner, whose name is Sanjabo, jumps up in the air, steals a gun, and threatens one of the guard's life. And then the guard's like, "Oh, your ship, it's over there on the left. So now it's finally time to go to New Namek." Just kidding, we're going back to space. Eska and Jocko learn what we just witnessed, and Jocko actually does something useful and asks Eska what Maro's third wish was. We then go down to New Planet Namek as Maro, after several months of build-up and waiting, states what the wish was. Was it immortality? Was it the ability to never lose his magic again? Was it to kill Daikaio, stopping the only real threat to his power? Aside from Beerus, 17, and Zeno or Whis? Nope, it's not any of that. Maro says, yes, for that third wish, I demanded that every prisoner in the Galactic Prison go free. Yeah, that certainly wasn't what I was expecting. Now that's how you subvert expectations. Vegeta questions this, but before he can get an answer, they arrive, and they shoot a beam at them. Luckily, our little trio on Planet Namek dodges this attack, and Sagnavo pleads his allegiance to Lord Moro, who accepts. He's not gonna kill this guy, only that other guy. Moro thanks him for his assistance, and everyone jumps out of the ship. For a moment, nothing happens. Then Moro orders the attack, and all the prisoners charge Goku, Vegeta, and Daikaio. Goku and Vegeta go Master Blue, and the fight begins, with Goku dominating the galactic inmates, with Vegeta of course doing the same, which is basically what he said. It was funny, my reaction and Goku's reaction on first reading this were basically the same. It was essentially, wait, what the Then Daikaio notices that Maro's collecting energy, so yeah, he understands what exactly is going on. Regardless of this weird circumstance, Goku charges at Sangnabo, and he falls down to Super Saiyan 3, which, I mean, that's pretty cool. Unlike in the previous chapters when Maro did this the first time, we're seeing some progression happen where Goku slowly falls down through the forms. This doesn't happen to Vegeta though for some reason, and Goku gets knocked down, as does Vegeta, and they both fall down to base. They quickly transform back into Super Saiyan as Daikaio gets thrown around like this is Battle of Gods.
Ready to fight!
You know, I consider myself to be a rather flexible deity. And though I try to shrug off the constant shortcomings of the witless masses, there's one thing I cannot tolerate. And that is the callous arrogance of those who do not pay me the respect a destroyer is due.
fight keep piling on Goku and Vegeta, Goku asks Maro what his goals are. Maro, he is a simple goat, and all he wants is to create a galaxy where I am free to consume planets as I wish. Gathering allies is just one small step towards that end. Vegeta asked him about his galactic patrol grudge, and he replied, I detest the sort of peace that you people want to preserve on this planet and others. All those who would strive for such nonsense should be eradicated. Maro, from what I understand, is basically an anarchist. I don't know that much about anarchism, but I assume that's what he is. But look forward to a video coming on this subject sometime in 2 weeks from now. We then cut back to Beerus, and he learns exactly what we just experienced. Again. But instead of just learning what we already know, the trio on that ship decided to go help. After like a second, they arrive on New Namek, and they explain their strategy to Goku, Vegeta, and the unconscious Daikaioshin. It is to run, so Eska goes off to heal Daikaioshin, and once he's up, they teleport out. With them gone, Vegeta decides it's the perfect time to go on a rant. Stupid magic spells, stupid god power. Forget instant transmission. We Saiyans pride ourselves on physical might and nothing more. A warrior race has no need for fancy parlor tricks, and that I've been reduced to this. Goku asks him if he has like a death wish or something with all this junk, but Vegeta replies, go ahead Kakarot. This is where I part ways with you people. Goku exclaims, Vegeta! After this, Beerus runs out of ammo and he's like, Goku, we gotta go. So Goku uses instant transmission to escape. We then get a brief cameo of Vegeta on planet Namek flying to Iriko's ship. If you don't know who Iriko is, he's the galactic driver. And Vegeta's like, I'm getting inside. We then cut back to Goku. Goku interrupts the Galactic King's bath. He's like, this is the only place I could teleport to, because you were the largest energy signature I could find. Back to Vegeta. Vegeta, inside the ship, threatens Iriko's life and says that we're going to planet Yardrat, and that's just how it's gonna be. Alright, now it's theory time. My first theory is that Vegeta will learn instant transmission, but that's kind of a, oh really, no type of theory, so it doesn't count. My real first theory is that Goku might get his power unlocked by the Elder Kaioshin. It's not all that likely, because Goku needs new forms. How are we gonna sell toys if Goku doesn't have new forms? The only way I really see them doing this, if they don't want Goku to reawaken MUI, and that's the only real viable way this is a thing. Theory 2, Vegito. Yes, I'm aware of the numerous factors working against him, like Gogeta in the last arc, the whole episode 66 fiasco, which I'm still mad about, and this was even worse than the manga, but if they have no more options, I think this is the viable way to go. Theory 3. They go to Earth and have Daikaioshin relearn the sealing technique from Oob, because Oob is too young to fight. I'm not going to vouch for putting Oob in danger just cause. Theory 4. Beerus destroys New Namek, kinda like he did in Battle of Gods. Destroyed that one planet. Now, the final theory. Theory 5. Goku asks Zeno to please erase Maro and his crew. That'd be kinda boring because they did it in the Goku Black arc. They could still do it. Before I go, I want to talk about the hiatus a little bit more. I'm going to be attempting to put videos out on both channels to cover the time. After I'm done with that, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my time to working on that Legend of Korra video I talked about a few months ago, which is why I'm going on the hiatus in the first place. I will also be working on Dragon Ball Aftershock character design, as well as the actual arc, because I only have the first chapter planned out as of right now. Yeah, I'm still taking suggestions for the name of the arc, so be sure to leave them in the comments. And I will also be releasing a video at some point with more details on this said arc at some point in the future. So until next month, I have been Nintendo and Dragon Ball Super, and I will see you all later.